morning. Thanks for still being with us here on Colorado and Company. I'm Denise Plant, and the day is here. Finally, election 2016. Before the break, we mentioned Wyoming as the first state to grant women the right to vote. Dr. Colorado is with us this morning to take a peek inside our state's historical ballot box. Good to see you.
Great to be here, Denise.
First, we have to talk about some drama that happened. Headlines were made in 1876, one of the most controversial elections, between Rutherford Hayes and Samuel Tilden. What happened?
Right, and Tilden actually won the popular vote. It was a very close election. The Republicans admitted Colorado as a state, knowing it would vote with the Republicans. So Colorado's 3 votes in that election threw it over to the Republican, Rutherford B. Hayes.
Wow. In what ways did this drama and that election actually change?
Well, it gave Colorado a seat at the national table. We got 2 senators along with the big eastern states, and for quite a while after that, we voted Republican.
Now, in history, we've always had Republican roots, but in what ways did Colorado have Democratic roots?
Well, in the 1880s, James Benton Grant of the Grant Humphreys Mansion, a smelter owner, was elected the first Democratic governor, and later Patterson around 1900. But most of the time, it's been Republicans.
We mentioned earlier Wyoming was the first state to allow women to vote. When were we allowed to vote here in Colorado?
We have to add, though, that the Wyoming vote was just part of a huge constitutional package. Just one item was women's suffrage. In Colorado in 1893, men voted just on the one issue of women's suffrage and approved it.
Oh,
so I
really?
think Coloradans really should get the credit. These Wyomings didn't even know it was in the constitutional package.
So Colorado should be the original one, right? Women have come a long way in Colorado politics, but I think it's interesting we haven't had a senator yet or a governor.
Right, men just haven't seen the light.
What's wrong with you men? Isn't that interesting? I have a feeling Monica Owens-Beaupre, I keep talking her, she needs to go into politics. I think she would be wonderful for our
Wouldn't
state.
she? Oh, yeah.
She would, and she could be one of the first female governors of her state, too. I really think she has what it takes.
Talk Monica into that.
Who knows? Well, I'm trying. So what is the historical background of allowing African Americans and their voting rights in our state?
Well, blacks, even though they're a tiny minority, actually held up statehood. Until 1876. There were several efforts before that to get it in. Blacks opposed and worked with Republicans in Congress who were pushing black rights and said, no, you're not going to get in until suffrage is there, which it was in 1876.
Isn't that interesting? Now, without getting too political, Dr. Colorado, because this has been a really crazy election, why do you think this election in particular is going to be so historical?
Well, it's fascinating, the fracture in the Republican Party. How much damage is that going to do? Are they going to come back together? What's going to happen with that one party? We've always had a strong 2-party system.
Isn't that interesting? Now, let's talk more. I think we touched on this, but I think we need to dig a little deeper because here in Colorado, we mentioned that it's been Republican roots, but what are some of the Democratic wins for our state?
Well, in recent years, as we know, Obama carried the state both times. It's been more of a blue state.
Really?
Yeah, although this time up, it looks purple.
It looks all kinds of crazy colors.
Yeah.
And did you already vote?
Oh, yes.
You did?
Yes.
Okay. Did you do early voting or did you go out this morning?
Yeah, I did early mail-in voting.
Mail-in voting?
Yeah,
it doesn't look too bad, actually. As long as you're in line by 7 p.m., you get a vote. So make sure you get out there and take that privilege to vote. Be sure to vote and carefully fill in your ballot bubbles. Also, this Thursday, October 10th, you can enjoy an event all about our state's voting history from 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. at History Colorado Center. Learn how registration and voting laws have evolved since statehood, along with the importance of reforms. And don't forget our very own Tom, Dr. Colorado Noel, and co-author Steve Leonard's new book. It's a short history of Denver, and it's available. You can learn more about the professor, Tom Noel, online. Go to dr-colorado.com. That's dr-colorado.com.